Hello guys, this one is a 2011 Explorer. This one is my car. Actually my wife driving, commuting every day. My wife says does not working power steering. I got called the U3000 Control Module electronic failure. It's pinpoint test. Need a steering gear assembly. As a power steering gear, control module, and steering gear one pieces. So no choice, needed to replace power steering gear assembly. I'm gonna show how to replace power steering gear 2011 through 19. First I hold the steering gear using this alignment holding tool, and you guys can taping a steering gear to gear shift. And then raise up on the hoist and then remove both side wheels. And first loose outer tire of the jam nut, because once separate it's hard to remove. So I first loose outer jam nut, and then using this brush type grinder, I clean stabilize the links right here thread, and then so much clean. And then outer tie rod thread also, and then some case knuckle strut bolt thread, and even lower culture arm bolt thread, because clean up thread in the lasting spot is much easier to remove knot. And then holding using the bias grip, using impact, and I remove stabilizer links knot, outer tie rod knot, and then using the hammer and hammering here, and then separate from the outer tie rod from the knuckle. Once separate, you can remove outer tie rod and put aside. Next, I clean up roll ball joint thread as much as you can, and then using the vice grip, and hold the ball joint, and then using the wrench, and as much as loose like this, and then once touch the vice grip, and then lower control arm, holding the bottom of the ball joint using the vice grip, and then remove last of the rod. Sometimes spread WD-40 and even lubricate onto the thread. That much easy to remove the knot. Now almost knot comes out, but touch the axis shaft, and then you guys can lower control arm and separate. Some serious case, too much lost lower control arm ball, you can separate knuckle and strut bolt and nut. It can be possible. And next I loose and remove steering gear shaft, because I drop down the subframe steering gear together. Once the remove steering gear shaft bolt, and then separate from the rack and pinion. And then mode guard clip retainer attached to the subframe. You guys remove this both side retainer clip from the subframe. Next, I'm gonna remove wipe pipe, exhaust wipe pipe, or exhaust pipe from the catalytic converter. There are so much lasting also on thread, so you guys can clean the thread as much as you can, and then using the impact back and forth, and then remove knot. Some serious case too much lasting, you guys can do that heating up with action. Next, remove a transmission roll mount to 2 bolt from attaching subframe. and then front end rear both side and bracket, remove it. Separate from rigid hose bracket from the front side of the subframe. And then I support this type long wood block 2x6 or 2, and then support subframe using the transmission, and remove front side subframe big bolt, 2 bolts, and also back side 2 big bolts, and even back side triangle pieces support the bracket, back side 4 bolts. Roll the subframe and power steering gear together slightly, and access heat shield from the power steering gear, and then loose and remove all of power steering gear shield, cover, and nut, and then separate two connector, big one and a small one, and then roll it like this, subframe and power steering gear or assembly. This wood block is so much works fine. So once you guys lower the subframe and clean up the thread and the joint area as much as you can, and then also a connector right here, and now ready to replace power steering. New power steering is here. Push the back stabilizer curve to access stabilizer bracket, pushing and bolt here. We'll just remove this one, both side stabilizer bracket and bolt. So in my case, just to push back over, and then using the impact, remove bottom over the power steering gear 2 bolts, and then separate from the subframe. Put new power steering gear onto the subframe, and carefully onto the new power steering gear onto the subframe, and then tighten the 2 bolt bottom of the subframe to the power steering gear assembly. Workshop started using new bolt, but I didn't order the new bolt, but it's fine. Put some thread rock onto the thread, and then tighten the steering gear through subframe, and then tighten the 122 pounds after the all put together. Now I put together all the parts back of the remover, and then tighten the power steering gear 122, and all the suspension part. Making sure for all the torque is back, lower punch drum, stabilizer links, a subframe board, and then subframe behind the 2 each side 13mm bolt, and then all of it's back, and then tighten it correctly. After the tight or put together all of the suspension and power steering, and then you needed to program the power steering gear module. PSCM is needed to PMI reprogrammed to work, and then also set the front side alignment. Kind of front pole is way out of the specs now because new steering gear, and then now we adjust the front toe, and then all of the spec is good. Thank you for watching.